everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are talking about a basic but yet important topic in AWS, which is about IAM, Identity and Access Management. In this topic, we'll be coming through the terms like users, roles, policies, or access control and everything. It's not to confuse you, but I'll be explaining you further what it is about. Let's go to the next slide. So this slide is about what is actually AWS IAM. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. It controls who can access what in AWS. Okay, first things first. So it's basically the security gatekeeper of our AWS account. It decides who can access our AWS resources and what they can do with them. It's like the security guard in your building, okay? Only letting in people with the right badges and permissions. So I've given an analogy for that. Think of it as a gatekeeper to your cloud resources. And the next one. Why is IAM so important? Why do we care about IAM? Well, because it helps to protect our AWS environment from unauthorized access. It protects from sensitive data. We will prevent unauthorized access. It will only give the privilege that users should have for that account. Okay. It ensures people get only the permissions they need, not more, not less. This is especially important when dealing with sensitive data like billing info, production servers. IAM also meets security and compliance requirements. Let's say you already had your infrastructure set up and everything, and you're giving a permission to your developer in your group. Let's say maybe they might not be doing anything, but what if they made changes to your infrastructure setup and it affects? That's wrong, right? That's a thing we should take care about. So we will have so many policies in IAM, like giving only read only access or read and make changes access, those kinds of things. And next one is key components of IAM. Let's break down this IAM into four simple parts. One is the users, next is the groups, roles, and policies. So we will understand one by one in the next slides as well. Next one. The first one is IAM user. This is only created for a real person or an app needs access to AWS. For example, if I'm working as a DevOps engineer, let's say my account name is abc@company.com. It's an IAM user account. I log in using a username, password for console access, or you have access keys for CLI. CLI means command line interface. Just like how you have command prompt in Windows, CLI is for AWS and APIs. Okay. So you will have credentials for your IAM account as well. Next slide is about IAM group. Now imagine there are 10 developers in your team. Instead of assigning permissions to each individually, you put them all in a single group and say developers. Then you assign policies to that group. Now, all users inside inherit those permissions automatically, right? So you need not go to each and everybody, create an account for them, attach policies for them, and give. Instead, you have a thing called groups in IAM, where you can have set of people in that group, and then you can give access to them. So this is about IAM. So I feel it's a super efficient way to manage access at the scale, right? So in this, I've created, let's say it's a group of developers who have access to both EC2 and Lambda access. And the next one is about IAM role. Unlike users, roles don't belong to a person. So they're used by AWS services like EC2 instances or by external users needing temporary access. Let's say EC2 instance needs to read files from S3 bucket. You create a role, give it S3 permissions and attach to EC2 instance. The instance assumes that role gains powers temporarily. So this IAM role is a temporary thing. You can just have this as a no password or it doesn't need any password or access key, so that you can just attach those policies directly to the EC2 instance so that the role can do those actions on that kind of work you have. Next slide is about IAM policy. Now, policies are like JSON rule books. So they say what actions are allowed and what actions are denied. You can attach them to users, groups, or roles. So, for example, allowing EC2 only to start instances, deny S3 delete object. So it's like I'll give, let's say this is a policy for EC2, you can only start the instance. And in this case, S3, I can't delete. Once uploaded something into S3, I can't delete it. So these are like simple rules in control with AWS. Okay. Next one is about types of access. So we have two ways to access AWS. One is our AWS console. Through the browser, you will have a sign in option. Using username and password, you have to sign in. Second is using CLI, which is command line interface or SDKs with access keys. Make sure you have MFA for console because I've heard that many cases happen with AWS, like there's so much Bitcoin happening if your account doesn't have a MFA code or something to protect against compromised credentials. Okay. Next one is some analogy I want to give you here. Let's make this a little easier. Okay. So IAM user is just like employee with an ID card. Group, it's like a department or team. Role is like a temporary visitor badge. Policy is like a rule book or access checklist. So let's say in office we have let's say on-prem data center inside your office, and let's say you are employee in that office, you're not allowed to enter into that room. So this is kind of a policy that company has regarding you, that you shouldn't you can't have the permission to enter into certain kind of room. So it's the same with AWS also. It's just the analogy you think, and it's just how you relate with terms. So in the end, I would say IAM is just like the security desk, managing who can enter which rooms and what they can do inside. So the next one is best practices. I would say I would recommend from my side, never use the root account for daily work. Always enable MFA because root user is not the best practice we can do. We can have IAM roles as I taught you in this video, and then you should give least privilege, only the access they need. Unnecessary permissions you need not give. Rotate access keys regularly, and please review your rotate keys and policies. Next one is coming to the summary. Let's rewind everything what we have gone through in this video. IAM is like identity access management. Users are the people. Roles are temporary identities. Policies are permission rules. Groups, which are easier access management. So this is what I want to conclude in this video. Thank you if you like this video. If you want to know more about AWS concepts or you want to have hands-on on AWS, I'll guide you everything in this AWS playlist. Maybe I know I might not stay consistent, but for sure I'll post everything from now on. So the next topic or the next video will be hands-on IA. I will clearly show you how to have hands-on about everything. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you like this, please subscribe.